It's a Teen Talk Skating podcast where I embarrass myself. Hello, and welcome to episode number 20 of 18 Talk Skating podcast. My name is Van Gogh, and I hope you guys enjoyed the theme song. I'm really hoping it's working. I made a theme song this week. If you don't hear it, it's there on my side, okay? I don't know. Sometimes this gives me issues, but I made a theme song. I know it's like, if you can hear it and it works and everything. I know I said I was going to make this more professional, but let's be honest. When has this podcast ever really been professional? Never. And so it's this really ridiculous podcast. I put it together in GarageBand. I've never used GarageBand before. I've never used any type of like music composition type thing before, so this was very, very new for me. And yeah, I hope it works. I know I can't sing, but let's be honest, who really cares? This podcast never was professional anyway. It is not Broadway. I'm sorry if you thought it was. I wish. But anyway, I am very, very excited this week for the topic we have today. But before that, I really do want to give a shout out to a friend. I saw her today, the day I'm recording this is Friday, and we went on a little like trip together or whatever for school and stuff. And this is a friend, I never get to see her around a lot. I don't know if she wants her name mentioned, probably not, I don't know. But I never get to see her around a lot because we don't go to the same school anymore. But she's just such an amazing person. I want to thank her so much. We had like a really good conversation today about like our lives and like, I don't know. It was just like some free therapy that I really needed. And we just had like the best conversation. And I really want to thank her. You know who you are. You are such a kind and funny individual. And I'm so glad we're still friends, even though we don't go to the same school anymore. And yeah, I really wish we went to the same school, but I really want to thank you. And to anyone else watching, listening, whatever, she's just like the most amazing person. Like one of the most amazing people you'll ever meet. She's infectious, I guess, in her happiness. And she told me today actually that she keeps the notifications on for the podcast on her phone. And I don't know, I just really want to thank her for supporting me and everything and for our little conversation. But yeah, just a little heartfelt moment from a Teen Talk Skating, everybody. I know, not to get a little sentimental here, but very, very good friend of mine. But anyway, I am very, very stoked this week because guess what came out, guys? Grand Prix Assignments, baby. Yes! I love when Grand Prix Assignments came out because I think Grand Prix Assignments are so fun to kind of predict who wins because it's a smaller field and, you know, it's not like 36 people at World. It's just 12 people or 10 or 8, 10 Iceland couples, 8 pairs. And so I love Grand Prix Assignments. I feel like they're, you know, like we end World in like late March, early April or whatever. And the Skating World gives us like nothing for April and May. And then Grand Prix Assignments coming out, or like, you know, the initial assignments is a little like a teaser. It's a little taster for the next season. And so I absolutely love Grand Prix. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Program of the week. Oh my god. I wanted to make a theme song for Program of the Week too, but like, I don't know if I really want to, guys. I probably will though. I'm so sorry. Program of the Week. Jeez. Nikolai Momola is a skater we're going to talk about later. He's from Italy, and the program I selected from him was his World's short program this year, which is Prelude in C# minor by Rachmaninoff. This program reminds me of Mao Asada a lot, not just because Mao Asada used the same music, but I really do feel perhaps like this was Mao Asada influenced because I absolutely love, I don't know, I feel like this program is very dramatic for him, Nikolai Momola. I hope I'm saying his name wrong. I'm very sorry if I'm wrong. Nikolai. I'm very sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. But this program really fits with the dramatic vibe. I feel like those two programs are very, like, you know, sister programs, I guess. And, you know, I don't know if he really was inspired by Mao Asada, but I just like some of the choreography and the facial expressions. He still makes it his own. It's definitely unique, but it's just so dramatic and I don't know, the red outfit, it just gives me the same vibe. I really, really love, perhaps taking inspiration from an older skater. Not super old skater, obviously. Mouse thought it was pretty still recent. But I love that idea of taking that inspiration and making it your own. I think it's so great. And there's some specific moments. I love how he does his jumps. The technique is so interesting. He I don't know how to explain. He's almost like not even straight up in the air. He's like intentionally diagonal, if that makes sense. So, kind of like the air that he gets, like I can see the air coming towards him during his like quadlets is super interesting. Another moment I love in this, before the triplets, triple toe, there's this very pretty little, it's not a step sequence, it's like kind of a little, sequence of transition steps, I don't know. But I thought it was just so intricate and beautiful. And in the actual step sequence, there's this moment where he does kind of twizzles and he does his arms up in the air, hold together like it's a rip-on jump. And I just thought it was a beautiful, beautiful interpretation of the music. Definitely a piece of music that is more classical. I feel like classical music tends to be a little more difficult to interpret per se, but I feel like this interpretation of Rachmaninoff was perfect, especially for the drama. He wasn't like bored, he wasn't just smiling all the time. It felt like he was given it, you know what I mean? And I really do enjoy that from skaters when they do that. But anyway, Nikolai Momola, World SP, Prelude to C-sharp minor by Rachmaninoff. Please go watch it. Anyway, Grand Prix Assignments, baby. Woo! I'm sorry for my little scream. I'm very sorry if I ruined your ears just then. But Grand Prix Assignments are out. So, brief overview of the Grand Prix, if you don't know what the Grand Prix is. But basically, it is pretty much the main event, the main kind of thing going on during the first half of the season, the fall half of the season. 6 events that are in 6 weeks, like sequentially in a row. And skaters have to be invited to these events, and the better they do, the more results they get, the more points they get in a qualification system. And the top six with the most points get to go to the Grand Prix final in December. These events are October to November. Grand Prix final is in December, but they have to qualify for the Grand Prix final via the Grand Prix, 6 Grand Prix events. And I definitely do feel like it is a very good indication of the season, the beginning, especially the Grand Prix. These skaters they don't just come to the competition, they have to be invited. So it is definitely like top of the top, best of the best, and it's very, very intricate, very interesting how everything plays out. But this episode, I do want to point this out. This episode, because the Grand Prix is 6 events and there's 4 disciplines, it's a lot to cover in just one episode. So in this episode, we are going to be covering men's and pairs. Next week, the episode will come out on the 22nd, will be women and ice dance. And I structured it out that way, particularly because you guys kind of know, or maybe you don't know, but I don't really watch pairs, and I watch a little ice dance, but not like a huge amount of ice dance. So I just have a lot to say about men's and women's, so I don't want to put both of them in the same episode, because then it's going to be way too long, and y'all are going to be bored out of your mind. You probably are already bored out of your mind. But let us start. So basically how this is going to work, I am going to name like what skaters are in what events, and then based on, kind of my analysis of, how the skater has done like this past season or in past Grand Prix or whatnot, I'm going to like say who I think is going to win. I'm going to do gold, silver, and bronze, first, second, and third. And also kind of explain why. And yeah, it is going to be very, very fun. Whew, okay. I know that was a lot. Let's just take a breather, people. Okay, we're here, we're alive, But anyway, first event we have is Skate America, which is taking place in Allen, Texas again. I'm very sorry. I don't want to offend all the Texans. Okay, for the men, we have Wesley Chu from Canada, Kevin Amos from France, Francois Pitot from France, Nikki Gadzi from Georgia, Kao Miura from Japan, Koshiro Shimada from Japan, Nosumo Yoshioka from Japan, Dennis Valcias from Latvia, Donovan Carrillo from Mexico, Ilya Malinin from the USA, Maxim Nama from the USA, and a TBD spot to be determined from the USA. TBD, there is quite a few TBDs in this episode. Basically means the country hasn't picked what skater is going to take that place yet. It's for the host country, because if you host the event, then you get a host spot, basically. So Skate America is in the States, so that is why the USA gets an extra spot, but they have it at TBD because they haven't picked yet, basically. And I will be discussing who I think is most likely to get those TBD spots as we move along. So I really do think this is a really decent opener. I feel like Skate America is always a very exciting event. It is the first big event of the season, so I feel like this is a good opener. I think we do have some really big names here. I did make a bunch of notes, but for instance, people I see being kind of in the top, Kevin Amos is very polarizing for me. He had an amazing first half of the season last season. He had silver at Skate America, and I don't know, I didn't put down what he got in his second Grand Prix. He got silver at Skate America, and I believe I think bronze at another event, because he did go to Grand Prix final and placed 6th there, which is still fine. He still qualified to Grand Prix final, which is amazing. But then it kind of went down after that. He placed a very shocking 7th place at the French Nationals, when most people had him 2nd or 1st, depending on where Adam Shoham fought place. And then he had an even worse result, unfortunately, 31st at Europeans, and he did not qualify, and he ended up withdrawing from Worlds. So I think a lot of people are not really sure what happened. I'm not really sure what happened, but I really do think this season is going to be very interesting with Kevin Amos. I do like his qualities. His Bolero last year was fantastic. So was his Gladiator program from 2 seasons ago. This is going to be a really telling season. A really, oh my god, what is the word I'm looking for? It's going to tell us a lot. It's kind of in the middle point, I see it for him. Is this a redemption season for him? Or, is this kind of bad luck? Or what? I don't know what's really going to keep on occurring. I really hope it does not, because I do like his qualities. So the comeback season is going to be very interesting for Kevin Amos. Some of the other skaters that I see kind of in the mix, one of them is Nika Igadzi from Georgia. I'm very sorry if I said his name wrong, because he placed 4th at Skate America and 4th at NHK Trophy last season, 7th at Europeans, and 13th at Worlds after a great 7th in the short program. So it does seem like he's been growing, not in height-wise, but in results-wise. He's definitely a very interesting skater for me, and it'll be very interesting to see if he can perhaps get a medal here, which I definitely think is very possible considering his past. I feel like he is a stronger first half of the season skater, so it's going to be very interesting for him. Let me think. Other people who are in the mix for a medal, but I don't have as my top 3. Koshiro Shimada is another skater. It's from Japan, and he is a skater who isn't the most consistent, I guess. I do know he has quad, he has triple axel and everything, but he just isn't the most consistent, and that really showed last year, unfortunately. 10th at Grand Prix de France, 6th at Grand Prix of Espoo in Finland, and 11th at Japanese Nationals. And Japan is really a deep field. We all know this. Japan is huge, lots of skaters, lots of competition. And, if you really want to start improving those results, consistency is really important, especially if you want to get a spot on the Japanese men's team, which is very, very sure to be a huge bloodbath, along with the Japanese women's team, which is also another bloodbath. But I definitely think he could get a medal here. But I will talk about... So those are the skaters who I think may get a medal. But now I'm going to discuss the top 3 that I have. Okay, this bronze medal, it may be biased. It probably is biased, okay? It probably is biased. But Dennis Vasilis from Latvia, people, we all know he's my favorite, alongside Jason Brown. He's my favorite men's skater right now, because I just love his energy on the ice. It's just so great. Last season was kind of up and down for Denis Vasilyev. He did have a 9th at this same event at Skate America, which is pretty unfortunate, and a 7th at NHK Trophy. But the second half with the championships event was really good for him. 6th at Europeans, and a great, amazing 7th at Worlds, which is what I was so happy about. 7th at Worlds for him is amazing. And if he continues that momentum from Worlds, I definitely see him winning the bronze. I feel like it's for sure kind of thing. Maybe Mika Igatze might beat him out, but if he has the same performance or, better than that, I definitely see him medaling here with the bronze. I feel like he is such a dark horse. And I just want to go to Texas so bad to see him. But I also want to go to Texas to see Donovan Carrillo, obviously, because we all love Donovan Carrillo, and if you don't love him, come on. But he is here. I'm so glad that he got a spot. He was 15th at Worlds, 15th at Four Continents as well. I don't really see him in the mix for a medal, unfortunately, but I just love his energy. And I really do hope that, maybe he's going to become, a really, really big skater, a really great skater. I know he has quad toe and quad sal, so, if he gets more and he starts being more consistent, could be very interesting for Donovan Carrillo. He's such a trailblazer, and I love him. But anyway, Denis Vasilyev is bronze for me. Silver, I think, is going to go to Kaomura of Japan, who had a very dominant season. Last season, not dominant, he won everything, but a very good season for him. 2nd at Skate Canada, 1st at Grand Prix Assignments, a 5th at Grand Prix Final, and an 8th at Worlds, which I know he was interviewed as being disappointed about, but 8th at Worlds is still really amazing. And this is really important for Kaomura because Shoma Uno is retired now, as I mentioned a few episodes ago. Unfortunately, Shoma Uno retired. And Yuma Kageyama, is clearly in the lead of the Japanese men. In my opinion, he's definitely in the lead. Kaomura, I always saw him as number 3. Or now, perhaps, number 2. So Kaomura really wants to be number 2 or perhaps even number 1 above Yuma Kageyama. Because Japanese men, repeat it with me, people, Japanese men's field is a bloodbath. No one gets out of there alive. I swear, man. But Kaomura, I really do feel like this is going to be a good telling season for him too. Can he be number 1, number 2, number 3? Or he doesn't really want to be number 3. Number 1 and number 2 in Japanese men. But I do think he's going to get the silver here. He's fairly consistent, I would say. Not the most consistent. And first is really obvious to me. It might be a shock and it might not happen. But I really do think first, without a lot of doubt, is Ilya Malinin from the USA. He has the world record for the free skate now. He is just crazy, crazy good. And I really do think only super major mistakes will keep him out of the podium. I do know 3 seasons ago, Nathan Chen got Skate America. Everyone thought he's going to win. He ended up placing 3rd. So, it's not a guarantee, obviously, but I really don't see Ilya Malinin not getting gold here. But he does come out as world champion. He has all that, pushing behind him, basically. Now, the TBD USA spot. Recap. Bronze, Denis Vasilyev. Silver, Kaomura. Gold, Ilya Malinin. Now, the TBD host spot. I think Jimmy Ma, perhaps. He doesn't have a spot at all this year. Yaroslav Paniat, we haven't seen him at all either. I really love his programs. I love his energy too. Andrew Torgashev needs a 2nd spot. And Tomoki Hibatashi also needs a 2nd spot. So it really has a lot of options for US figure skating to say, maybe we'll give someone new a spot or give someone a 2nd spot depending on whatever they depend on. I don't really know what they depend on, okay, skate, not America, sorry, Skate Canada, I'm very sorry for singing. Okay, we have Vladimir Litvinson from Azerbaijan, Steven Gogolev from Canada, Alexa Rakic from Canada, Roman Sadowski from Canada, we love our Canadian men, Luke Economides, I'm very sorry if I said that wrong, from France, Mark Goronitsky from Israel, very sorry I said that wrong, Gabriele Frangipiani from Italy, Shun Sato from Japan, Soda Yamamoto from Japan, Junwon Cha from Korea, Jason Brown from USA, and Ilya Malinin from the USA. Very sorry if I said any of those names wrong. Very, very sorry. An interesting name for me to hear are the 3 Canadian men here. Steven Gogolev, Alexa Rakic, and Roman Stavsky. All 3 of them could be anywhere. We've seen times where they've been amazing. Now, Steven Gogolev is very interesting to me. He had a really, really promising career as a junior. He even won the junior Grand Prix final. But I think he really grew, and growth spurts and jumps don't mix well. But I really hope he has a comeback, not gonna lie. 11th at Skate America, 7th at Grand Prix France last year. Withdrew in nationals after 13th in the short. But consistency is definitely not his friend. But he's such an interesting skater for me. I feel like his style is very unique. He looks very intimidating on the ice in the best way possible, if that makes sense. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. His vibe is very, I don't know. It's cool in a way. But I really hope that he does better as well. I like his skating, but the consistency just isn't there, unfortunately. Roman Stavsky. We love Roman Stavsky. Bro, last season for him was actually so sad. All the injuries, all the lost skates. He had to withdraw from every fall competition he did. He was 6th in the Nationals, 10th at 4 Continents, 19th at Worlds, but 11th in the short at Worlds. So this will be really interesting. I definitely see Wesley Chu as the lead Canadian man right now. But, Roman Stavsky was once the lead Canadian man in my opinion. And, with the injuries, it's just been a lot. And so maybe this is another comeback season for him. But let's see. One name I think may get a medal here is Gabriele Frangipani from Italy. Very sorry if I said that wrong. 5th at Cup of China, 6th at NHK Trophy, 2nd at Nationals last year, 4th at Europeans, and 16th at Worlds. The results maybe don't sound good, but the 4th at Europeans is really very interesting to me because I think it really does show Gabriele Frangipani can really deliver. And I feel like for a long time I've seen him be part of the middle pack of Italian men, but now he's looking to be the top. And I really do feel like he is one of the top Italian men right now, alongside Momola and Matteo Rizzo and blank out, Let's see. Junwon Cha. Ooh, he is definitely a polarizer here for me. He had a great season 2 seasons ago. He became silver at Worlds. But last season, 9th at Skate Canada, withdrew from Grand Prix of Espoo. 3rd at 4 Continents is really good. 10th at Worlds. So, again, kind of mixed results. But he has the potential, and I do love his skating. And I loved his outfit from last season. And I really do think that he can be in the mix for a medal here. He just has to stay clean and consistent like he did 2 seasons ago, which was amazing. But anyway, we're going to talk about the medalists, I think, now. And Jason Brown is back, guys. He hasn't skated in the Grand Prix for the last 2 seasons. So, like a ton of other people, I was super shocked when I saw his name on there. But Jason Brown, where is my ticket to Canada? I will go to Texas. I will go to Halifax. Literally, oh my god, I want to go see the Grand Prix now. Bro, they need to have a Grand Prix where I live, but they never will because I don't have an ice rink. But Jason Brown is literally, I was so shocked, but, we all love Jason Brown. I love Jason Brown. He's, literally my favorite right now. But I think Jason has a bronze potential. He hasn't been on the Grand Prix in 2 seasons. He hasn't competed a lot in the fall in 2 seasons. But with him, he brings 2nd at Nationals and 5th at Worlds. He is definitely one of the most consistent skaters right now in men's. So I definitely feel like consistency is his friend and is his weapon against all the other men. Not to sound like, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Weapons sound bad. I'm sorry. But Jason Brown's going to get bronze. Okay? Silver, I think, is going to go to Shun Sato of Japan, who was 3rd at Skate America, 2nd in Grand Prix at Espoo. He did not go to the Grand Prix final because of qualification or whatever. I don't know. The point system's weird. Let me think. 5th at Nationals and 2nd at 4 Continents. And what was I going to say? I can't remember. But I really do think he is, again, one of the men who are in the top of Japan. There's so many men who are in the top of Japan. Another skater, perhaps I could see him winning a medal. I don't know why I didn't mention him. Sota Yamamoto of Japan, who was 1st at Skate Canada last year, 6th at Cup of China, 3rd at Nationals, and 4th at 4 Continents. Consistency is not his best suit, or his best skill. The first at Skate Canada was really good last year. So it'll be interesting to see if he has like the same capability at the same, event. And so, yeah, but I think silver's going to choose that though. Okay, Ilya Malinin is going to get gold. And I know I just mentioned him before because now this is a little less sure of a gold, but I still think he'll be able to get it. He is still, the world champion. He has the free skate total record or whatever. But 2 Grand Prix in a row is a little hard. They're not on different continents, at least. At least one is, they're both in North America, Skate America, Skate Canada. Some skaters have 2 on different continents in 2 different weeks, or 2 of the weeks in a row. That's awful. I feel so bad for them. But, back-to-back competition could be hard. But I really don't see Ilya Malinin not winning this unless, maybe that is going to be difficult. But I really do think he's going to win. Now we're going to go to France. We're going to go to Angers, France. I'm very sorry. I literally speak French, okay. And yet I, mess up. It's because I speak English for a while, and then, my French, I can't mix them, you know what I mean? But we have Boyang Jin from China. Very interesting, just say. Alexander Selevko from Estonia. Luc Economidis from France. Francois Pitot of France. Adam Schaumfall from France. Nikolai Momola from Italy. Koshiro Shimada from Japan, Kuzuki Tomono, from Japan, Mikhail Shadorov from Kazakhstan, Lucas Britsky from Switzerland, Camden Polkanen from the USA, and Andrew Torgashev from the USA. I definitely think this men's event, Grand Prix de France, it's one of the more competitive ones, and I've seen the women's one as well. I feel like Grand Prix de France this year is going to be the thing to watch, the sauce. I'm sorry. But Boyang Jin, okay guys, let's talk about him because I see him as a medalist, but it's been wild. He was 5th at Fort Collins last year, 39th at Worlds with a non-qualification at Worlds. But he is one of the men with the most. I feel like he is the man, besides maybe Jason Brown, maybe select few others. Boyang Jin has been on the senior circuit for 8 seasons, I think, or something. And he has not been the most consistent, but experience matters, I feel like. And he has a quad lutz, the capability to do that. And he is a wild card. And I mean wild. Wild card, guys. More wild than the Troye Sivan song. But yeah, he's such a wild card for me. He could win. He could, maybe not do as well. And I feel like he's definitely very interesting. One skater I want to point out, Luc Economidis, who unfortunately has to compete at Skate Canada. And then the week after that, has to go to a different continent and compete in France, which I feel so bad for him. But he does have the home crowd, I guess, so that's really good for him. Okay, who else could I see have a medal? Again, as I mentioned at Skate America, Koshiro Shimada could win a medal here, but he isn't the most consistent. Okay, Kazuki Tomono, guys. Ooh, Kazuki. I love his programs, especially his La La Land program. It's so fun to watch. Last year, 4th at Skate Canada, 4th at Cup China, 6th at Nationals. And he's been top 6 at Worlds 3 times. He's so underrated in my opinion. And he's one of those skaters where I always feel like I'm waiting for him to have that big... He has, done it before. But I'm waiting for him to have, that one season where he just, comes out of nowhere, you know what I mean? And I really love his skating. But I think he could probably win a medal here. Perhaps. This event is very crazy. Mikhail Shadorov is another skater who, perhaps, again, could get a medal from Kazakhstan. 5th at Skate Canada, 3rd at Cup of China, 6th at Fort Continents, 14th at Worlds. He is one of those skaters who is really growing a lot, and I don't see him, winning an Olympic medal in 2026, but, maybe in, 2030, because he is one of the younger skaters I know, and, he's so impressive already. Definitely see that. But for our top 3... bronze, I think, is going to go to Nikolai Momola from Italy, the one I discussed for Program of the Week. Such a big surprise last season. Now, these results will be a little interesting to listen to, but he was 11th at Grand Prix de France, the same event, 7th at Grand Prix of Espoo, 10th at Europeans, but a very, very shocking 9th at Worlds for me. crazy. And he did amazing in the short program and amazing in the free skate. His quad lats is really good, and I really do think that's going to help him a lot. If he can get the consistency, I see him being bronze or perhaps even silver. Silver is another skater who has had, these past 2 seasons especially, has been big. Lucas Britsky from Switzerland. So 4th at Grand Prix de France last season, 3rd at NHK Trophy, 5th at European, 6th at Worlds. And I love his fun program so much. But the 6th at Worlds, that is the most impressive, or not impressive. That was a result that really, really impressed me for him. I feel like he doesn't have as many quads as the other men. He doesn't have that technical capability. But he's really expressive. His presentation is great. And the jumps he does have good quality. That's the important thing. But I do think gold going here is going to go to Adam Schaumfa. He has a home crowd. He was 3rd at Worlds with a very crazy World where he was like 21st in the short, 3rd, and I don't know. It was crazy. Best season yet last season. He was 1st at Grand Prix France, 1st at Cup China, 4th at Grand Prix Final, 1st at Europeans, 3rd at Worlds. And he has been fairly consistent. Mistakes can creep in. We saw that at the short program at Worlds. Perhaps he wants to play it a little more safe with the quads. I'm not really sure. Backflips are legal now, guys. Can you believe that? That's crazy. But yeah, so gold is going to go to Adam Schaumfa, silver to, who did I say? Lucas Britsky, and bronze to Nikolai Momola. Okay. NHK Trophy in Tokyo. I want to go to Tokyo. Dang it. Okay. I'm going to read the names. Okay, Vladimir Litvintsev from Azerbaijan, Steven Gogolev from Canada, Mark Goronitsky from Israel, Gabriel Fangibiani from Italy, Matteo Rizzo from Italy, Yuma Kayama from Japan, Kalmiura from Japan, TBD Spot from Japan, Juhyun Lim from Korea, Adam Hagara from Slovakia, very sorry, Jason Brown from USA, and Tomoki Hibatashi from the USA. Okay, another event which I feel like is a little tougher. I feel like Grand Prix France is really the tough this year. Okay. Skaters who I think are in the mix for medal, but I don't have them as rotation. Gabriel Frangipani. Again, I repeated. He 5th at Cup of China, 6th at NHK Trophy, 4th at European, 16th at Worlds. The upward trajectory is looking good for him, so I feel like he could get a medal. A wild card for me here, Matteo Rizzo from Italy, who had hip surgery after Europeans last season. You know, I'm not hip surgery. Obviously, figure skating is very not hip oriented. The hip is important in figure skating, okay? It's not like you broke a finger and like you can still skate. But the hip obviously is very important in skating. It's like very essential to your movement and everything. So I'm not really sure what the situation is. I know he's done triples now, but I'm really not sure. Is he going to be able to compete here? Is he going to be able to deliver, his quads? He's kind of a mixed thing for me. So he was 3rd at Skate Canada last season, 4th at Grand Prix of Espoo, and 3rd at Europeans. Good results, but injury, again, can be a little iffy. Okay, who else? Okay, I think those 2 are the only skaters who I think could be in a medal position, besides the one that I have. So bronze, I put for Kalmiura from Japan. Again, 2nd at Skate Canada, 1st at Grand Prix of Espoo, 5th at the Grand Prix Final, 8th at Worlds. I really do think he has a good chance of being bronze here. Okay, silver. Okay, maybe perhaps this is a little also kind of biased, but I really do think Jason Brown could get the silver here. Again, he hasn't been on the Grand Prix in a while, but, I feel like he loves Japan. I feel like he's in his element in Japan. I love that. Gold, Yuma Kayama. Oh my gosh, guys, let's talk about Yuma. Because he had an amazing season coming back from injury. Last season, he grown artistic wise. He was 3rd at Grand Prix de France, 1st at NHK Trophy, 3rd at Grand Prix Final, 2nd at Nationals, 1st at 4 Continents, and 2nd at Worlds. He is the top Japanese man right now after Shoma Uno retired. He's done great. His programs are so well developed now with Carolina. We love. And I love his skating a lot right now. And I really do think he's going to win here. Okay. An event that changed name, I guess. This is kind of confusing because it's called the Finlandia Trophy right now. But that was the name of the Challenger Series event. So I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know. It used to be Grand Prix of Espoo, but this year they're having it in Helsinki. But I thought Espoo was literally like, or is it Espoo? I'm very sorry if I got that wrong. But I thought it was like outside Helsinki and they was still in. I don't really know what the situation is, but they're calling it Finlandia Trophy now, and they're not doing the Challenger Series event, unfortunately. Okay, sorry. That was a weird noise. Okay, Alexander Slevko from Estonia, Makar Suntsev from Finland, Valter Virtanen from Finland, Kevin Amos from France, Daniel Grausel from Italy, Yuma Kageyama from Japan, Kazuki Tomono from Japan, Sota Yamamoto from Japan, Jumon Cha from Korea, Vladimir Somolov from Poland, Lucas Brisky from Switzerland, Kevin Pulkkinen from USA. We kind of have to go fast. I'm very sorry I'm going very fast, guys. Okay. I'm very sorry. Okay. I didn't discuss him at Skate Canada because I thought it was a little more competitive, but I think Alexander Selevko could get a medal here at Finlandia. He was a really huge surprise last season for me. He was 8th at NHK Trophy, 3rd at Europeans, and 11th at Worlds. Very, very interesting results for him, and I feel like he could get a medal here. Oh my god, our favorite Finnish doctor is competing, Valter Virtanen, and I love him because he's just great. Kevin Amos, I definitely see him getting. Again, I discussed how he didn't have the best second half of the season, especially at Europeans. Wild card for me. Okay, Daniel Grausel. I know a lot of people were very shocked at this and very, this is a big question mark because Daniel Grausel had kind of a doping case last season and he did not compete last season at all. And they said they were going to ban him, but I don't know if anyone really has news on what happened to him or anything, but his name is listed, so it does appear that he is going to compete. Not sure if he will, but he did have success the season prior, 2022-2023. Not sure how he's going to do now, but Daniel Grausel is listed. If he does compete, I have no idea what kind of condition he is in, so I don't really want to say if he is going to get a medal, but based on his prior results, he may get a medal. I don't want to say he definitely is, but very interesting for him, I guess. Jumon Cha, again, who had not a so great season last season, but had a great season before that, could be in the mix for a medal. Vladimir Somoilov from Poland, I'm very happy to see him. He was 8th at Europeans and 31st at Worlds, which is cool. I don't think he's gonna get a medal here, but it's great to see his name. Okay, medals. Bronze, I think it's going to go to Sota Yamamoto of Japan. It could go to Kazuki. Yeah, maybe Kazuki. I don't know. Kazuki Tomono is also here, and he has really good results too. But I feel like Sota Yamamoto is more likely if he is consistent. First is Skate Canada, 6th at Cup of China. There are nationals for that 4 continents. I see it happening. Silver, I think Lucas Brisky is going to go to a silver, get the silver. Again, he's had huge seasons the last 2 seasons. Grand Prix France 4, 3rd at NHK Trophy, 5th at Europeans, 6th at Worlds. And then I think the winner who has to, again, do 2 events in a row on different continents is Yuma Kageyama, who, had great results last season. As I discussed, he has to go to NHK Trophy too, so yeah, 2 events in a row is not the best. But now we will move to Cup of China. And I know I'm going fast, but that's kind of because a lot of skaters have 2 assignments. And I'm skipping a lot of them because I don't want to repeat the same info. And yeah. Cup of China. Wesley Chu from Canada. Yudong Chen from China. Boyang Jin from China. TBD Spot from China. Adam Shanfa, Nikki Gatsi Adam Shanfa from France, Nikki Gatsi from Georgia, Nikolai Momola from Italy, Matteo Rizzo from Italy, Shin Sato from Japan, Mikhail Shadorov from Kazakhstan, Hyung Young Kim from Korea, Denise Socias from Latvia. Very sorry I said any of those names wrong. Let's go, people. Let's go. Oh my god, I have 29 pages of notes. Okay, Cup of China is very interesting for me because it is the last Grand Prix event, and I feel like it is when everything kind of gets decided, who's going to go and everything to the Grand Prix final. So, Boyang Jin, again, he is definitely a wild card for me, and I mean a very wild card. He could not win a medal. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, I didn't even put who I thought was gonna win a medal here. This is so embarrassing, guys. I'm sorry. I'll just name it, okay? Who else is in the mix for medal? Nikki Gazzi, as I mentioned, I think he might be in the mix for medal. Oh my gosh. Denis Vasilyevs, I think he may get a medal here. I feel like he's more likely to get a medal at Skate America. I feel like it's a little less competitive there. But again, he was 7th at Worlds, and if he can deliver that performance, I could see him getting a medal. But ultimately, I think 3rd is going to go to Nikolai Momola from Italy. You know, he didn't do as well as Denis Vasilyevs at Worlds, but I feel like his quad lutz and its consistency is going to get him far. And I feel like he's worked so hard on the artistic side as well. I feel like he is more likely to get it based on the technical side if he can be consistent. If he isn't consistent, I see Denis Vasilyevs as getting the bronze. Silver, I think, is going to go to Shinsato, who had a great season last season. 3rd at Skate America, 2nd at Grand Prix Espoo, 5th at Nationals, 2nd at Four Continents. I really do think he's pretty locked in for that. 1st, I think it's going to go to Adam Shamfa. He had Cup of China last year. It was a great event for him. He got 1st at the event. Oh, he has 2 of the same this year. Okay. And I feel like Adam Shamfa's going to get it. Okay. I do want to discuss pairs. Yeah, we're gonna discuss pairs, but I'm honestly not even gonna go too much into detail. And I really feel sorry if you are a big fan of pairs, or big fan of, oh my god. Ugh. Big fan of pears. Big pan of pears. Oh my god. Like a pan of the fruit, that'd be weird. I don't think that's what you're interested in, guys. But a big fan of pears. I am kind of just gonna disappoint you because it's not that it's not that I don't find it interesting. It's just that I get the heebie-jeebies watching it. But I am gonna talk about the skaters and talk about, you know, who I think is gonna win and everything. Okay, so at Skate America, we have Milania Vaninen and Filippo Cherici from Finland, Anastasia Vaipanla and Luke Digby from Great Britain, Anastasia Metlakina and Luka Baruleva from Georgia, Maria Pavlova, Alexei Sviatchenko from Hungary, Riku Miura, Ryuichi Kihara from Japan, Alisa Efimova, Misha Mitrofana from USA, Ellie Kam, Danny O'Shea from USA, and TBD Spot from USA. For the medals here. For the medals. Whoa. I'm very excited to see the team from Finland, Vaninen and Cherici, because I love their young and beautiful free skate last year. That was great. But in terms of who I think is going to win the medals, let me see here. Bronze, I gave it to Metlakina Baruleva from Georgia, who competed mostly at juniors last season. They were 1st in all their junior events, 2nd at Europeans, and 7th at Senior Worlds. Silver is to the very technical team. I feel like they are the technical experts right now. And for the Hungarians, Pavlova, Sviatchenko, who were 2nd at Skate Canada, 3rd at Grand Prix of Espoo, 4th at Grand Prix Final, 4th at Europeans, and 4th at Worlds. So strong results for them. I'm very excited to see them raise up to one of the higher podium positions at one of those championships or the Grand Prix Final. But I think the gold is going to go to Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara, who struggled with injury last season in the first half but had a great comeback. 2nd at Four Continents, 2nd at Worlds for them. Okay. Skate Canada. Oh my god. Okay, if you want to turn off the podcast because I can't sing, that's fair. That's very fair, people. But Skate Canada, we have Anastasia Golubeva and Hector Giotopoulos Moore. I'm very sorry I said that wrong. Kellyanne Lauren and Lucas Etier from Canada. Diana Stelada Dudek, Maxime Deschamps from Canada. ATBD Spot from Canada. Annika Hawk and Robert Kunkel from Germany, Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Guaris from Italy, Daria Danilova and Mika Siba from Netherlands, Emily Chan and Spencer Akira Howe from the USA. I did miss a USA spot TBD. I think it probably will go to Williams and Lure, who will probably get a 2nd assignment. But anyway, Skate Canada. So I gave the bronze to Beccari and Guaris from Italy. Italian pairs right now is having its moment. I'm very interested in Italian pairs, not gonna lie. Not the fruit. I'm sure Italy has great pairs, I don't know. But I think Italian pairs is actually so interesting. It's actually so cool how it's gotten really deep and there's like 4 teams and like they're all battling it out. But it's our favorite Cats team, guys. Bacardi Guaris. They were third at Skate Canada, second at Inch Trophy, second at Nationals. A very big surprise. First at Europeans and ninth at Worlds. The first at Europeans is what made me really think, or what makes me really think they could be a huge shock factor this season. First at Europeans was not expected at all. Granted, it was a competition where a lot of the teams just did not do so well for some reason, and Bacardi and Guaris did do better than the other teams, a lot better. So, it might be a case of that, but I do think that because of that result, they've gotten some backing, some support, and some potential. Silver, I think, is going to go Hawk and Kunkel from Germany, who were first at Skating America last year, fourth at Cup of China, withdrew from Grand Prix Final, 7th at Europeans, and 5th at Worlds. Excited to see what they have for us. I think they're going to get silver. I don't know. Gold is going to our world champs, people. Salado Dudek and Deschamps from Canada. Best season last season. They were first at everything except one event. First at Skate Canada, first at Cup China, third at Grand Prix Final, first at Nationals, first at Four Continents, first at Worlds. Whoa! They're so great, and especially their story and everything. It was just beautiful, people. But I think they're gonna get first here. I don't know. It just feels right. And then the TBD spot, I think there is not many pair teams in Canada. One I found who I believe is senior eligible, Thibaudot, Marot, and Villeneuve. I'm very sorry if I said those names wrong. I have no idea. I think they were like fourth at Worlds at Nationals. I don't really know what's gonna go to that TBD spot, but maybe perhaps them. Let me think. Grand Prix de France, we have Leah Pereira, Trent Michaud, Cheng Peng and Pereira, Michaud from Canada, Cheng Peng and Lei Wang from China, Camille Kovalev, Pavel Kovalev from France, Ocean Pigalle, Denis Sekhalin from France, a TBD spot for France, Minerva Fabian Hasse and Nikita Volinin from Germany, Sara Conti and Niccolo Macchi from Italy, and Rebecca Ghiardi and Filippo Ambrosini from Italy. Again, people, Italian pairs. I don't know what's going on with this episode, man. I just feel it's the theme song, maybe. I just feel like being stupid. I'm very sad. Just be yourself. Be yourself, people. Okay, be yourself. Okay. Let's see. This could be interesting. This is, again, I feel like Grand Prix de France, has something going on for it this year. Because it is competitive this year. There are 5 teams who I think could get a medal, and I will name them. I think Pereira and Michaud might get a medal, but are less likely than the other teams. They were second at Skate America last year, first at Grand Prix de France, 6th at the Grand Prix Final, 2nd at Nationals, 5th at Four Continents, and 8th at Worlds. So kind of up and down for them, but I see them getting a medal here. They did win the event last year, so perhaps that will add to something. Peng and Wang from China were 3rd at Cup of China, 4th at Grand Prix of Espoo, 6th at Four Continents, and 16th at Worlds. They had a debut season last year, and they were very successful together, I feel like, for a debut team especially. And yeah. Oh, Kovalev is actually another team who were 3rd at Grand Prix de France, 5th at Grand Prix of Espoo, withdrew from Europeans and withdrew from Worlds. I'm not really sure what happened in the second half of the season, but the first half was pretty good. They could, again, win a medal year. So 6 teams out of 8 could win a medal here, I feel like. But the bronze, I think, is going to go to Ghiardi and Rossini from Italy, Italian pairs. 2nd at Cup of China, 3rd at NHK Trophy, 5th at Grand Prix Final, 1st at Nationals, 3rd at Europeans. They're one of those teams. I feel like they're a fun team. I really like their team. But Conti and Macchi, again, Italian pairs, people. Again, super competitive. 2nd at Grand Prix de France, 2nd at Grand Prix of Espoo, 2nd at Grand Prix Final, 6th at Europeans, 6th at Worlds, despite the 3rd and short. Second half wasn't as good for them, but the first half was, which makes me think that perhaps, again, they could peak in the first half and get a medal here. Okay, and the gold, I believe, is going to go to Hasse Volenen from Germany. Had a debut season last year and won, like, everything. Like, it was nothing. First at Grand Prix Assignments, first at NHK Trophy, first at Grand Prix Final. They had illness at Europeans and only placed 5th, unfortunately, and 3rd at Worlds. Huge season last year. Excited to see them grow even more. Okay. Oh my god, my throat is on fire. But NHK Trophy. Sorry, guys. Three more events. Let's breathe. Okay. Metokina Barulava from Georgia. Hawk Kunkel from Germany. Bakari Gori from Italy. Miyoda Kiyata from Japan. Nagoka and Moriguchi from Japan. A TBD spot from Japan. Camo Shea from the USA. Valentina Plazas and Maximiliano Fernandez from the USA. Very sorry if I said those names wrong again. I'm very sorry if I say any names wrong because I just suck at saying names, I feel like. And I need to do better research on how to say the names before. And I'm very sorry. But let me think. I don't really see... Yeah, I think the 3 who I pointed out, I think they're going to be the 3 to really win. Well, yeah, maybe... Okay, Plazas Fernandez from the USA is the team who I think could maybe get a medal. It'd be, very cool for them to get a medal. They were 4th at Skate America and 4th at Grand Prix de France last year. 3rd at Nationals, 9th at 4 Continents, 13th at Worlds. I feel like they could get it. And they have a Dune Pro this year. But... So the 3, I think, okay, bronze, I think is going to go to Bacardi Guaris. Again, great Italian pairs. Silver, I think is going to go to Metlakina Barulava, who were mostly juniors last year, but now are seniors. I think they're doing fully seniors this year. And then I think Hawk and Kunkel from Germany are going to get the gold. German pairs, the 2 top German pairs right now, very interesting because they're around the same technical capability and everything. But I think Hawk and Kunkel are going to get the gold. Oh my god, my nose. Okay. Finlandia Trophy, aka Grand Prix of Helsinki, I guess. I don't know. Golubeva, Giotopoulos Moore from Australia, Lona Etier from Canada, Slavdudek and Deschamps from Canada, Valentin Clarici from Finland, Pavlova Siachenko from Hungary, Giari Ambrosini from Italy, Chant Howe from the USA, Williams and Lohr from the USA. Oh my god, I'm very sorry for all the weird noises I make. Okay. The people who I think could win a medal here. I do see... Let me see. I do see Golubeva and Giotopoulos Moore from Australia getting a medal. I love them a lot because they had a great Umbrellas at Chebek program last year. I really loved it. They were 4th at Skate Canada, 4th at NHK Trophy, 4th after a great comeback at 4 Continents, and 10th at Worlds. So those results really do speak to me. I think they could get a medal. And even at their other event, I don't know why I didn't put them. Well, maybe not though. I mean, I feel like they could do it at Skate Canada. But bronze, I put Giadi Ambrosini from Italy. Italian hairs, people. Silver, I put Pavlova Siachenko from Hungary, who technically are excellent, artistically need a little more work. But I'm excited to see what they have for us, especially since last season was, I think, their 2nd season only. And so I feel like their technical could get better. And I think gold is going to go to Salah Dudek and Deschamps from Canada, who, are the world champions. And I really do think that, they were so consistent, pretty consistent last season, except for Grand Prix Final, which was kind of a mess for every pair, not going to lie. And I'm really happy Valentin Clarici from Finland got 2 assignments. Yay! My favorites. I'm sorry. I'm acting like one of my friends a lot right now, and she's just so funny, too. And I feel like I'm picking up her personality somehow. Kava China. Oh my god, my throat. Okay, sorry guys, I'm yawning. Man, I was gonna sing later, just kidding. Parada Michaud from Canada, Peng and Wang from China, TBD spot from China, Camille Kovalev, Pavel Kovalev from France, Minerva Fabian Haase and Nikita Volin from Germany, Sara Conti Nicolo Macchi from Italy, Valentina Plazas, Maximiliano Fernandez from the USA. The 2 TBD spots from China, I don't really know what could happen. Sui Han return? Anybody? No? Okay, but maybe Jing Yang from China and I think Wang Zhu from China. I'm very sorry to say this name wrong. They competed at 4 continents, so that makes me think they're probably more likely to get the spots. But people I think who get the spots, Peng and Wang from China, I think they could probably win a medal, not get the spots. Win a medal here maybe. Third at China for the Grand Prix of Espoo, 6th at 4 Continents, 16 at Worlds. Again, debuted last season, so perhaps they're a lot better now. But I think the 3 medals... Oh, Plazas Fernandez could also get a medal because they had 4th at both the Grand Prix last year too. This is another competitive one, I feel like. Couple China for pairs. Okay. Third is going to go to Pereira Michaud. I think silver is going to go to Conti Machi. Italian pairs is going to be so wow this season. Oh my gosh. And gold, I think it's going to Jose Voleren. Oh. Okay, we actually did that, guys. I know that was a ton. I know I spoke way too fast. And I'm very, very sorry for everybody. Everybody in their ears. I know my singing and my screaming and my yelling did not help. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed writing this episode. I was very productive. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna win. I was doing all this research and everything. And yeah, I'm actually very excited for this season. I think, assignments always can change. People withdraw, people retire, they add people in the host spots and whatnot. But I think my predictions, I don't want to say they're all gonna happen, but I'm hoping to get, let's say, like half of them right. Let's say I did 18 predictions for each, right? So let's say I want 9 right. I feel like that isn't hard, right? I hope I got them right. Okay, but I hope you guys predict who gets Grand Prix finals as well. If you haven't seen them yet, they are in a bunch of places on Instagram. Search up Grand Prix final assignments. A bunch of accounts have posted it. On the ISU official, website is on. Reddit, I know, is on. That's where I got most of it from. And yeah, I hope you guys look at them. Tell me who you guys predict is gonna win. And tell me if you guys like the theme song, okay? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Teen Talk Skating. I will see you next week where we will talk about Grand Prix assignments for the women and the ice dance teams, which definitely will be a bloodbath. There is a lot to say, especially about the women's field this year. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so exciting. The men's and the women's. I'm so excited this season. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope I haven't annoyed you too much. Man, what's with my humor today? I've been really up and down, haven't I? I hope I haven't annoyed you guys all that much, but yeah, thank you so much. And yes, I hope you guys enjoyed a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed my voice, and I don't know, I say dumb things, man. This is going on the internet, gosh. But anyway, thank you. I'm sorry for rambling, and bye bye. Thank God, my throat.